In this video we will be looking at if-else statements in Python. If-else statements and switch are very similar, but in this video we will be only considering if-else statements. Now, what are if-else statements? If-else statements are used to control the flow of execution of a program. Let's suppose we have a problem of determining whether the number is divisible by 3 or 5 or both 3 and 5. Suppose we have a number and we have a variable with name num and its value is 6. Now, if the number is only divisible by 3, we want to print fizz. If the number is only divisible by 5, we want to print buzz. If the number is divisible by both 3 and 5, we want to print fizz buzz. And if the number is not divisible by 3 or 5, we want to print, let's print not divisible by 3 or 5. How can we tackle this? It's very simple. We will use if-else block. Yes, switch and if are almost similar, but we will be only considering if in this video. If-else, if num is divisible by 3 and num is divisible by 5, then we want to print fizz buzz. Okay, I'm using mod instead of division because if the remainder will be equal to 0, we will be 100% sure that the current number is divisible by denominator, that is the remainder of 6 divided by 3 is equal to 0 and remainder of 6 divided by 5 is equal to 0. I am just giving example, but 6 is not divisible by 5. Else if in Python we have elif num is divisible by 3 only, then we want to print fizz. Elif num is only divisible by 3 5, then we want to print buzz. I will explain the code once again, no need to worry. Else, we have checked all of the conditions above, that is the number divisible by 3, is the number divisible by 5, is the number divisible by both 3 and 5, but none of the previous conditions were satisfied, none of the previous conditions were true. Then we will enter this else block. We will enter inside this else block and we will print number is not divisible by 3 or 5. Okay, I will explain this code again. First of all, one more thing, how does the code, what is the flow of execution? First of all, the interpreter will try to check the first condition because interpreter interprets sequentially. Is the number divisible by both 3 and 5? No. Then interpreter will check this condition. Is the number divisible by 3? Yes. It will simply print this fizz and exit and will skip the further else if conditions of the current if else chain. Okay, now I want to make one thing clear, that only one block of if else conditions will be executed. It is not like that, for example, because this condition is true, all other conditions will be executed. No, only one condition of if else will be executed, that is the first condition that will be true will be the first block whose condition is true will be executed. For example, we have a num is equal to 6, we will execute the code. Let's see what happens. As you can see, fizz is printed because 6 is divisible by 3 but not by 5. Then 6 is divisible by 3, then print whiz, and the interpreter simply skips the further to else if conditions. Okay, now let's see what if number is 15. As you can see, 15 is divisible by both 3 and 5. Interpreter prints fizzbuzz. Now what if the value is 10? Run. As you can see, 10 is only divisible by 5. That's why interpreter printed buzz. How did the code execute? First of all, interpreter checked this condition, it was false. Then this condition, it was false. Then this condition, oh, interpreter found that this condition 10 is divisible by 5 and the remainder is 0. That is the condition. The interpreter will simply print buzz and it will skip the else condition. Now what if our number is 11? Now 11 is not divisible by 3, 11 is not divisible by 5. Now what will happen? Interpreter again will check the first condition, second condition, third condition. Now none of the previous conditions were satisfied. Interpreter will simply execute the statements inside else block. That is, number is not divisible by 3 or 5. As you can see, number is not divisible by 3 or 5. If else is a very simple statement, but is used very widely. I have not seen a large scale project or application. I do work with large scale applications, and there is not a single application without if else code. I hope I was able to explain the if else statements in Python. If else and switch are almost similar, only the syntax is different and you have to use break statements. That is a separate, completely different topic, but they are almost similar, and the logic and execution of if else in every programming language is same. I hope I was able to explain the if else statement, and this was my first video of if else, or you can say I was trying to explain everything in detail, but if you found something was not right or something my explanation was not good, please leave a comment so that I can improve my explanation skills with time. They will definitely increase gradually, but I will take the comments into consideration. Thank you for watching.